Rue, I can't believe you. I come back after at least a mildly successful tour, and you show me this book you've written, this kid's book, Jimmy Jenks and the Magic Lantern, which I've read now, and I'll comment on that in just a minute when I get my brains back here. But you're telling me that in a month, this thing has been sold and bought by a film company to produce it, and you did the screenplay?
I told you, honey, I didn't write the whole screenplay. I was advisor on the screenplay. No, it was just one of those really strange things. You were gone. I was bored to death. And to amuse myself a little bit in the lonely hours and everything, I thought I'd just write a children's book, and, you know, maybe our eventual grandchildren would enjoy it or something, or our kids might even like it. But it was just kind of, you know, little... Well, you know how big the Harry Potter thing is right now. Well, that's kind of what triggered it. And I thought, well, I could write stuff like that, I think, and make it perhaps even better, you know. And I just started doing it, you know, and this Jimmy Jenks guy was just supposed to be kind of a wild child, you know, kind of a guy that gets into trouble all the time, but yet he's good at heart, you know. In a way, he's kind of based on you. And so it's just a short little story, you know, 150 pages. And originally it was even shorter, but I decided to extend it a little bit. I kind of got into it. I mean, I know now what you're talking about, getting carried away with your writing characters and everything. And no, there was, you know, Brad Powers down there at the real estate company happens to know an editor of children's books, and I was talking about it real casually, and he wanted to see it, and then he liked it, and he wanted to show it to them, and lo and behold, I mean, I was just amazed as, I mean, my jaw was dropping, sure enough, when Kenworth Publications bought it, and then, of course, they know a lot of film people, so they're trying to get in competition with the Harry Potter thing and get on the bandwagon with that. So that's why they wanted to hurry and rush it into production. You know, it's just a kind of funny thing turn that things have taken. I certainly didn't.
Rue, you never told me a word about it. You never told me in our phone conversations. You never even hinted that you wanted to do a thing like this.
Well, honey, I was going to tell you, you know, I wanted to surprise you, you know, with just the book itself, and I thought maybe you could tell me some people you might have met on your tour that would be helpful. I just wanted to see how it would go for me and my own creativity there first, you know. It was new to me, and I wanted a chance to experience it for myself. And then the other thing just happened on its own, and I was so flabbergasted, I thought I had to tell you this in person. Remember, I told you I had some news, and that was it.
Rue, one writer in the family ought to be enough. I mean, I read the thing. Okay, now, with all due respect, one writer to another, the way you've strung the words together are very good. You have an excellent narrative. You have an excellent characterization. The problem is that you've sold out. You've compromised on the lowest level. You know, this is just another kid's book that's trying to teach kids how to get into magic and all of that. And you already know all the criticism that's been leveled at the Harry Potter author. You really want to get that level to you now. I mean, I write horror stories, yeah, but they've always got, it's more like a sin, suffer, repent type of thing. This one you've done, well, it's just a kind of a copycat Harry Potter type thing.
I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, it might have started out that way, but there's a lot of me in there, you know. There's a lot of my own private perceptions and things filtering through my own imagination that has nothing to do with any kind of copycat type of thing. Everybody has to have a springboard from somewhere. You've had your springboards, you've had your influences. I'm not supposed to have that.
This product you've produced is not one of integrity. This is not really you. This isn't what you believe in. In fact, this goes against everything that we basically stand for. Why would you want your grandkids reading this or our kids reading this?
Because they love Harry Potter, and everybody loves Harry Potter, and this is on the same category, but it's all me. It's not. There's nothing in there that's a rip-off of anything that, you know, that came from the Harry Potter thing. It's all me, all fresh.
But the same premise, you know, the same. Sure, you've changed names, you've changed places, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there, but the premise is the same.
Well, there's only so many premises. It's like so many notes on a scale. You know, it's the way you rearrange them, the way each person arranges them, I should say. I thought you'd be proud. I thought you'd be happy. There's going to be a lot of money coming in over this.
I don't know if I want that kind of money. I don't think I want that kind of publicity. I don't think I want this family to be attached to this kind of thing.
The thing's already in motion now. I can't hardly stop it. It's gotten big on its own. It's just a little kid's story, actually.
A little kid's story. Yeah, a little kid classic story. You know, I never liked the Harry Potter stories. I didn't think that was the proper way to approach that kind of thing.
Well, I think you're totally wrong there because, I mean, you liked, what's his name, Lord of the Rings, the token guy, and you liked, what is Lewis, you know, C.S. Lewis and his Narnia thing. Why is it all right for them and not all right?
Because they didn't promote witchcraft in itself. Stuff like that was in there, sure, just like in the horror stories, but they weren't promoting it like a lifestyle.
Well, neither is this. This is a piece of work to be taken on its own merits, you know? It's just entertainment, that's all.
No, it really isn't. I think personally that the reason this kind of thing is the so-called way of the future right now is there's more behind it than just luck or... I think there's a hidden agenda here from the dark side.
You're upsetting me. You're making me where I can't even breathe or talk right. This thing is launched now. I can't take it back. I mean, what kind of a fool do you want me to look like? I mean, I was smiling and happy and agreeing to everything, and they want to... Well, I might as well tell you, they want me to go on tour, too, and promote the book and the film.
Oh, no. Now you're going to be going on tour and promoting this thing. You could get yourself in a real mess here.
Well, if this company wants to make this the biggest thing since Harry Potter, or maybe even to top it, why should you be the one to want to killjoy it off? People want to enjoy fantasy.
But this is more than fantasy. this is not a good influence on kids' minds, you know. And the Harry Potter stories are supposed to get darker and darker.
Well, as if yours don't.
I play to an adult audience, not kids.
I think you're just, I hate to say it, but I think you're just resentful and jealous because it took so long and your screenplay has not been bought yet and you haven't sold the ones you really wanted to, and this is taking off so fast. I think that's your problem, not the thing itself.
Well, I'm not going to deny that it's been a shock. Yeah, it's been kind of like a betrayal that you would have ambitions to want to be a writer behind my back. I mean, we could have collaborated. I thought we had trust. I thought we had integrity between us. I didn't know you were playing one-upmanship behind my back.
I wasn't. I told you exactly how it happened. It was just a thing, you know. All right, so I'm kind of a commercial person. I jumped on the trendy bandwagon. A lot of people do that. Don't you think the work is still good enough to stand on its own?
It'll stand on its own, but you could have... You're good, you know. You could have written something else.
Wouldn't just let it sit there. I wanted to write stuff that would sell and make money and give validation, just like you said. Remember how upset you got?
But I stuck to my integrity. I never sold out. I never compromised. I had a level of boundaries that I wasn't going to go beyond.